Here we go. All right, guys. Welcome to
I don't see the
actually
game.
Challenger League. I'm sorry. Anyway, EU Challenger League qualifiers number 3, round 7. Getting Cookies and Benny here. We have SLAVGENT CL versus MnM. We have no clue what these teams have, what their history is, because we're new to this entirely. So my apologies.
We are at least a good like 4,000 miles away from these teams. I know a little bit. I think we all know a little bit about MnM as they beat G2 in the invitational qualifiers. Not too far back, but not so much about SLAVGENT. But we're gonna find out here in this best of one game on border. We're gonna see what these teams have in store for us as Capital is banned off the board first. On border, interestingly enough.
Well, it's Capital. It's also border, so Capital is very powerful in a lot of different places. Especially if you play like opposite armory, you cut off rotations. You can take control of armory because you cut rotations off. So him get rid of Mr. Crazy. Dokubi is an interesting choice here, maybe to help out with not be the roamers, also with frag grenades too.
And
So
potentially, maybe that's a target man on MnM. I haven't seen Dokubi ban in a while. I would say that's probably a target man. Maybe MnM has some seriously deadly Dokubi strats. But they won't be shown in this game if they do, as she's gone. And what are we going to see next?
probably Mirror and Echo, most likely, over Maestro. Mirror, of course.
Waiting.
But I don't know what else. Honestly, Dokubi is interesting too because you can hack cams, but that's probably too as well. Especially not like instantly, you may have the new change where you hack those yokais as well. So maybe that's why they banned Dokubi. No, we don't know for sure.
Well, let's see if Echo's banned actually, and he is. So I guess yeah, nobody wants to deal with that dynamic at all. But yeah, pretty interesting bans. We're gonna see SLAVGENT starting first on attack with. They're gonna both their Arbiters. They're not gonna have anything basically taken out of their main potential. Probably gonna see a pretty standard attack lineup. Yeah, we're gonna see 2 Arbiters, Thatcher / Ash.
I wish I'd stuck to Bathroom and Teller or something interesting.
Yeah.
Look in here, guys.
But,
we don't know if we screw up the names. Don't blame us. We don't know these players.
Yeah, like we're gonna use abbreviations. We're gonna be using like Unagavadabiv on the top there. He's just gonna be like and IQXZ is just gonna be IQ. Z77A there is just gonna be Z7. And the guy for MnM on the bottom.
Yeah, so on the
that's
ESL,
Madman.
yeah, on the ESL website, that guy is on MnM. Gualdivin is actually a Madman on the ESL website, and then like whatever his name is apparently it's SBT. So we might call him that. I don't know. That's very weird.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna call him That's easier for me to remember. Or SVT. We'll see. I should probably add a bracket command, but I don't have.
Oh, also one thing too as well. If the game is lagging on our screen, it's because we're trying to cast from here, but they have no issue on their side unless the actual server's having issues themselves.
We won't be messing with the players basically, so it's all good. But yeah, we're gonna see the Goyo and a back fountain rotation. A Goyo shield likely gonna be. I'm not sure where he's gonna put that actually, if he's put it at all. But yeah, no, I think we're gonna rehost. To be honest.
Oh, you just they rehost this early this late in the match because that was like 55. Wait, what?
He's gone.
They're gone. They're gonna rehost.
They're gone, and we said nothing. So.
What's the rehost? I think that's it's a rehost. So rehost. I can rehost. Rehost are possible up to 30 seconds in the action phase of the player's killed. Amarzano's leave pass for 30 seconds activate past.
G-Wall Gooden MVP. Yeah, but they shall still be in the lobby. We should be able to get things started up again rather quickly.
Nice. We'll be right back, guys. Get this back started up.
Take two.
Right.
Take two.
Take two. We're back again. Right again.
Take two. We have MnM versus SLAVGENT. The site was Armory, and I think we're going to see you too. We're going to see Armory, and we're going to see a Goyo.
It should be the same size at operators, but I don't think we know what the operators were.
Yeah, I remember them. It was a Goyo. They were opening stuff in back fountain. They may change the strat. They don't have to play the same strat, but they have to play the same ops, which I don't think Twitch was the same op, but we're gonna let that slide.
They can change.
We're gonna call that a 6 pick.
Let's see.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is the same ops. There's nothing wrong. Same ops.
Oh yeah.
Deja vu.
Is it random replay due to where you players must use the same operator, same 6 picks, same bomb sites, and same equipment? I
don't think anyone's gonna cause a fight over this.
I didn't even know what equipment they had even, so I can't even tell that even.
Yeah, it's.
I literally can't do anything about that. I don't know what they had even.
Yeah. Yeah, please. It was the same. It was the same. I swear it was. They had. Everything's the same. All is well. Packbull is making the same rotation in the back fountain that we saw him make before someone disconnected.
Oh my god. Guys, so this should be the same. We'll be getting here as you see. So seriously set up actually. So they're leaving that soft wall here for the West Army side. You have the Goyo shields and trying to hold on to CCTV as long as possible. It seems like. Also, a player downstairs is the Mozzie of Nathan.
Yeah, so they're gonna have Nathan down below there, likely to prevent anyone from going into customs and unearthing these players in CCTV. The Maestro is gonna be watching that Armory balcony area to make sure no one just walks in the door or flies in the window. And that Maestro, by the way, it's Madman. He's not G-Wall Gadidin, it's Madman. It's been on MnM for a minute now. Exterior area there, so we're gonna peek into the east stairs and peek against the shield actually. Quick scoping it.
Yeah, the NAS thing is kind of jarring. Yeah, just because we're lagging because we don't have NA, or they're not lagging.
Why does it seem so bad? I thought it'd be way worse. But yeah, right now, SLAVGENT is trying to figure out what they want to do. A lot of them are around the east stairs area, so it doesn't look like they're going to push into CCTV. Likely going to push out. Looks like they're trying to push out the Mozzie right now, interestingly enough. IQ is already, not the operator, but IQXZ, the player, is already pushed up in this supply room area, getting ready to sneak up on Nathan, and another player is holding the rotation. Two different players actually holding the rotation for the exits of Nathan. So he is literally in a hell in a cell. And I think he's aware.
Yeah, literally being boxed out by his players. So it's just slowly but surely to figure out where he is. Shots come through from just the softball behind him. Does a little bit of damage, but they don't know he's there just yet. And this is kind of MnM. The MnM player, Nathan here, just being slowly. He's wasting time at least though. But he'll probably get a kill as well. Dats gets a kill on the Dino though, so that's the first kill here. Looks like Dats was holding the CCTV, and Dino, was that from above actually? I don't think it was. I think it was CCTV. Was it the window, or was that?
I'm not sure actually how he ended up dying to Dats, but yeah, a lot of time being wasted by Nathan. 2 minutes to go, and he is still just lurched in the small office. I don't even think that Thatcher's aware of it. Seemingly in the same room with Nathan, and not gonna. Oh, he's gonna catch Nathan off. He's gonna catch Nathan off with the Ember Eyes on. He's gonna take him out, hit him in the back. But there's another player top metal. It's the Goyo of Packbull. Takes out IQ the Thatcher, and now Madman takes out Zenaria. Yonka takes out
SPT.
SPT. We call him SPT.
Now does the Z7 in a 1v4. There's not much you can really do here.
Not much you can do, and yeah, it looks like they were really determined to take out that player as he gets a Claymore kill for his CGG.
Ooh,
Another kill for the CGG, but there's 10 seconds left. He's got to find two. Almost hits the shots on the one. It would have made it a winnable situation, but the clock is ticking, and that puts him out of his misery. But yeah, it seemed like they were really tunneled on that player in customs, and it ended up taking a lot longer than they probably anticipated. I believe that was an Outbreak skin too. Thermite. It's a little pixelated on my end, but yeah, just a little tunneled. But also a good job for Nathan. He just wasted a ton of time. and ultimately MnM the 1-round lead. And now we're looking at ventilation workshop. So not going to go to tellers or anything for their second site. They're going to go straight to vents. Typical lineup for that, I would say.
Yeah,
A lot of
should be no
shotguns
events.
for vertical.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're gonna play upstairs. They're probably holding vertically as hard as long as possible. Legion, of course, will be helpful with that. But they will switch from Harbinger of the one of the Thermites to a Jackal. That'll be helpful. Then with these upstairs hold, which is looking for.
Attackers need to locate and
Yeah, hopefully it's going to help them clear a little bit faster. Because, yeah, like I said, last round it was just a little bit slow.
attackers have
Slower than they would have liked.
Yeah, it took a long time to take action against Nathan, who was sitting inside of customs. It was like they were pinching them out together in a really good way, but they just took way too long to do so.
Yeah, so with the Jackal, they're definitely going to be clearing a little more aggressively. As I do see shotgun holes being made on the top floor, typical stuff for vents. There are... I'm curious how many players are going to be up there ultimately, though. Right now there are... What is that? 4? 4 players upstairs for MnM. Fountain reinforcements. Or not, excuse me, not Fountain. Archives reinforcements and armory. So yeah, they're going to be spread out pretty wide over this top floor.
Yeah, it's a very.
People's on
This is
sandwich.
a lot of people upstairs right now. And of course, they have 2 shotguns, both smoke and mute. To just verticality is really the name of the game for them right now. Very interesting to see. That's though playing in Fountain. It's actually all players upstairs, so all 5 players upstairs. So this is actually really ambitious hold here.
Yeah, in the past in teams I've played on, I've seen this same type of strat played before, where we all basically held upstairs. But yeah, I mean, you could sell like I saw that there were 2 shotguns like right out of the gate. I knew it would be a lot of just vertical play, but this takes it to a whole nother level as the site is being droned out by our Polish friends of SLAVGENT, but they're not necessarily pushing the site directly. I'm not sure they're aware that all 5 MnM players are upstairs. They're going
So
to be
surprised we're
working on
actually
that armor
roam
wall.
clearing too. Nathan gets the first kill onto 7Z outside of the south balcony, east balcony, and you have I almost said the name. It's for SBT as well on the east stairs, and so it's kind of like, are they really going to take the time to roam clear it? As they already lost a member too at this point. I guess they kind of have to.
And one of those members was the Jackal that was looking to be so influential on that clear. I don't think he got a single ping off. So they're going to have to clear out 5 MnM players who are all, again, huddled up on this top floor. That hits a goo mine, unfortunately. And yeah, IQ's still concerned about below it, but there's no one down there. They're all above, I'm pretty sure, unless one dropped out. I know. IQ with an L85, bro. And she's like a big British man now. Yeah.
Yeah, the big thing is that they take control of this side armory. They don't know if they know that one player is inside the small office though, which is smoke of Pack Bull. That takes better damage as well in engagement against Ash, I'm assuming. Yeah, it looks like Ash and another pushing Pack Bull gets killed on Exarian in the small office. Now coming down 3v2, 3v5 actually, as dudes. SBT just walking in all those dudes, so I have goo mines.
Yeah, all these goo mines. All these players lurking in tight corners, but IQ's getting jiggle peeked like no other, and Pac-Wolf gets his second from the small office as Dino also elsewhere takes out Daz, I believe, who was in Fountain. A lot of rethinking gonna have to happen here for SLAVGENT as they're gonna
I think so.
rotate
MnM are now
downstairs.
jumping out the window and going back to site.
Yeah, they've rotated back to side at this point, so it might be too late to salvage this unless they can find, I believe, this player in a workshop. As our friend SVT here is,
They don't have the diffuser.
yeah, they're gonna have to work some magic if they want a chance at this one.
10 seconds remaining.
SVT looking around, but Pac-Bull takes out Dino, and Nathan in the back corner of workshop, despite the pre-fires to the wall, survives them all and takes out the Ash. And that's 2 in a row for MnM.
Yeah, at this point we have SLAVGENT not doing very well on attack here against MnM at this point. It's a very interesting roam. They had 5 players upstairs. It's not like SLAVGENT didn't get any kills, but definitely they had a hard time really getting into armory, getting into archives to deal with the roam. We even tried to push them out in enough time. It took them, they left upstairs when there was literally like 20 seconds left.
And so again, like that roam game from MnM is so strong. And yeah, I mean, then again, like when you really think about it, it's like I thought I saw a drone droning out the first floor, and I was expecting that call to go through for them to just walk in or attempt to walk through the site. But either way you put it, the way MnM had it set it up, it was so complex and so obviously they have the gun skill as well. It's like it's pretty difficult to clear out up top the way they were playing it.
Protect your bomb.
All 5 of them up there, and if you try to walk through the site, there's probably vault cams on this site, and there's probably a lot of holes over a lot of default spots, as we saw with those 2 shotguns. So, television bathrooms, another very vertical, I would say, site. MnM showed a lot of proficiency in holding ventilations vertically, and I imagine it's going to translate over pretty well to the television bathroom site.
Yeah, if you can open the floor, especially here in office, you can get a lot of angles onto them pushing the site. It's different from like ventilation because you can at least there's a lot of it's hard to say, like you can hide in the bathroom stalls of showers, and like if you maybe planted ventilations back near the site, you can rush it. So maybe this time they want to rush site and go for a plant on site. But at the same point, the vertical play is so big, especially if they had the shotguns and all of the holes they made last time. I don't know how well that'll work. But same point, roam playing.
This Cade here you see, and they don't have a Thatcher. That's going to be very interesting trying to open that triple wall. That's for sure. So I'm not sure they're going to be able to clear out office unless they have an amazing clear from Armory.
Yeah.
Where there are 2 MnM players and a shield. Quite the setup for MnM. So as it stands, unless
they have the hatches open too, so they can deny anybody pushing through workshop as well, going into bathroom as well. So it's like this is actually a pretty good setup here from MnM. It's a lot of different angles covered, but it's a very wide and ambitious setup. So the same point, if SLAVGENT can work together and deal with these players one by one, but I say that Dino takes one already on pack bowl to start us off though. He just kind of walks in, opens up that castle barricade, finds a smoke. It's kind of unfortunate timing.
I was about to say that's probably the best place that they could come in because, like you said, the hatch there in workshop is Jonka takes out Thatcher of IQZ, and yeah, like that little passport area is probably their best way to get in, given all of the vertical holes that MnM has. But I'm not sure where the Sophia died actually. What was that?
Well, I'm assuming that he was near. Was it outside?
Oh, Armory. So
yeah, right there. Armory. He was peeking the Armory door.
That's interesting. They're pushing Armory and Passport at the same time, and Ash also pushed up here in this long hall, this eastern long hall. Wondering if the Hibana is going to open up back fountain, but then again, there's players in Armory still for MnM that could shoot those off. So this tactical situation is very precarious at the moment. But Dino takes out his second of the round.
Dino has sight
at the moment. Yeah, he has sight as there are 2 players in MnM and they're both. I would imagine the rotations are cut off by.
Yeah. So the big thing here is that if they can drone out and see nobody's on that spot at B, they can plant B and cause them to come out and rotate. As Nathan gets a kill though, so it's already losing a player. But I say that there's SBT to get a kill. Good kill from SBT to take out the other player on office. But Junka.
Look where the diffuser is. The diffuser is actually an Armory, and MnM 2 players in MnM are actually. He thermited into the small office and died with the diffuser. So, and now the MnM players have left completely. So now, Dino's, who's been the star of this round so far for SLAVGENT, is gonna have to find 2 in 35 seconds. Unlikely to be able to plant the diffuser in this scenario. And look at all these barricades. It's like a maze. He's looking for one. Both of them seem to be in that workshop area. No, one of them's rotated into the A site. But yeah, he's gonna have to find at least his first player. SMG-11 out at this range. Priming this grenade. It's gonna land in the Valk's forehead, but narrowly misses.
Know what the Valk is?
And unfortunately, despite Dino's valiant efforts, his team falls up short again. And I can't believe
Dino had like 3 kills that round.
Yeah, he did just about. I think he got all the kills that they got as a team.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because if SLAVGENT had done that,
one of the Ash got one. The Ash.
Oh, the Ash got. Well, yeah, if they did that right. So if SBT hadn't pushed up too far and got lost by Junka, and he was pushing into, I think he's pushing the archives at that point, and they had solidified and cut off MnM from pushing back into office, and then took control of office. They could have planted B, but again, the diffuser was dropped in. Kind of the issue, I guess, was that's why I believe why SBT pushed farther into archives, into Armory, in the first place. So it's almost like I guess it's just the improper. I guess again, it just seems like SLAVGENT are a little bit unaware of how to do this in the grand scheme of things. They're good gunplay though.
It was honestly like a lot of moving parts. The very first round we saw on Armory, where they tried to push Nathan and Customs, seemed like they only had one part moving, and then again on that round, it seemed like there were too many parts moving. They were trying to push into Armory and thermite the wall, and also have the sledge pushing in by himself in the passport square lobby area. which was working. So it's like they should have just, you know, rode off of that instead of trying to do a bunch of different things at once, basically. But MnM, thankfully, thanks to winning their third site, they're going to be able to go back to their primary site, which was Armory. And they're going to do the similar setup that they had, I want to say, to the first round.
Yeah, it looks to be the same. They're definitely holding on to that very heavily onto that CCTV security side, along with having that open wall, soft wall for that West Armory take. So it's kind of like you're running into a bit of a trap here if you try to take this side. It's almost like they want to go for that push on office. But again, we saw someone push office. I think it was SE7 last time trying to push it and get killed. So it's like maybe they need to put more resources into pushing into the office side instead, knowing that there's so many reinforcements, so many utility put here by the defense side.
They just need to decide what they want to do, but again, MnM's not making it easy for that, you know, to be a thing, because their defenses are pretty cerebral, I would say. But it looks like they're gonna go. I want to say they're gonna go strong arming into office. Their thermites over there, Thatchers over there. I expect they are going to. This is going to be an office take, and there's nothing to stop them from opening this triple wall. So they're going to be able to open up this wall and contest Yonka there, who is playing that I would call the Canadian walls and offices. A hollow thermite.
I say that, but the thermite's there, but it can't go off. Is there a mute on it? No, there's no mute on it. He's waiting for a time. It's actually waiting for a time to go off, actually. Trying to wait for some kind of call.
Which makes sense, because given what like gun skill you would expect from MnM, if you open that wall and you're not ready to open it, it ends up being worse off for you than you would expect. But there's Goyles all over Archives as well, as we see. So this end push might prove difficult, even given, you know, that they're all pushing together.
ADS just takes that one breach try. For the second one, we'll just show the Goyle, show that Vulcan shield in the hallway, allowing for, you know, passage later on through the hallway. For the moment, you can't pass through because of the fire on carpet. As Dats is probably the only one nearby at the moment. He's watching the big door. He can watch across from office into fountain for the moment, as SBT is proning his way through office.
Yes, he is commando crawling in office, but he's not aware of break room, which was open. Took a couple shots from the Valkyrie, but he's able to push all the way through into fountain, and his back is exposed as well. Playing with fire is our friend SVT. We call him SVT, and he, yeah, Dats is in a really powerful position here, sitting here in break room, because the rest of those players of SLAVGENT still have to cross that, or be concerned about it at the very least.
Dinar is opening up the wall and get into Archives, go for plant, but Nathan's still below with the C4 though. Playing the Mozzie still has the ability to indirectly deny that plant, along with Packbull has one as well. So, Packbull though getting aggressive, looks trying to find a kill into Ash, who's playing in Fountain. He's just waiting for a chance.
And the Ash lit up from earlier. But yeah, Nathan, the way where he is, he doesn't even have to use a C4. He can just straight shoot them if they try to walk in through that Habana hole, which they do, and Nathan gets one. That's the Ash that tried to push in through Fountain. Rest of the team still in offices, and they are falling like flies. But IQZ takes out Dats. Try to even it up, but there are 15 seconds left.
15 seconds to go.
And given the positioning of MnM, Nathan picks up a second one from below, and SLAVGENT not having the greatest attack half so far.
Now, 4 rounds in a row here from MnM. They are on a tear on defense against the attack of SLAVGENT. Ultimately, a lot of these rounds, not all these rounds have been dominating as that one have. Some of them were pretty close, but that round especially was just, they were just falling into every single trap set by. Even though they understood that it was a better idea to push office side, they still ran into all of the little traps, all the crossfire set by MnM in tandem, or in a rush, because they knew they'd come from that side. So really good for MnM. Their defense has been super solid, and I don't know what exactly like SLAVGENT need to work on better than drawn out just winning fights, but they're definitely having a trouble figuring out the difference.
I wouldn't even say it's SLAVGENT. It's like MnM is just, sometimes you just gotta credit MnM for just putting you in a position where you can't even get the kills. Like, nobody was exposing themselves. The only one who really took a fight, like before the last, like all those flurry of kills, was the Valkyrie in break room shooting someone crossing, and that wasn't even really a fight. Like, they're not really exposing themselves to fights that are unfavorable, and it's making it difficult to do anything. Because the minute they try to do something, there's a guy, this guy who was hiding the whole round. He's just waiting, and he just, what did he do? Kill 2 people through the Ash. You never knew about him. So yeah, it's rough.
I don't know. It's still more droning maybe, but the same information is not in the key. Droning downstairs maybe made sense because remember we saw Nathan the first round who was roaming, so maybe expecting the second time to play the side he'd be roaming as well. But it's hard to say. It's just, yeah, I just think they SLAVGENT need to roam more, maybe not roam more, roam more, and figure out what exactly I can wait. Because I think one thing before, they were talking about them waiting for a call to make the push. I think because they're way too long, though, it allowed for MnM to then create those traps, create those crossfires, create those things to deny the plant in the first place. So maybe if they had, not waited as much, they might have gotten away with it.
I mean, you saw Yonka was playing that spot. He's playing it right now, actually. He's just been all over that spot, apparently. And the Canadian walls and all. He's just sitting there, and he's just... he was able to just get away because, like, they put the charge on, and then it took forever, and he left.
Yeah.
There was no fight. There was no gunfight. As the Legion, actually, speaking of fights, is in a tussle with IQZ. As Stats runs out of ventilations and kills the Thermite on Repel.
No, it was a repelling
not
on top of
he just got sniped.
top of the vehicle.
But you guys get traded. The diffuser is sitting on the hood of the truck, outside of the front door. And again, it seems like their problem is they're split. As again, half the team is on the east side, the other half is on the west side pushing Armory.
They need to pick the diffuser up as quick.
I would hope so.
At this point, it looks like Dino's going below. You have Pack bolting because Zenario going by himself. Zenario is trying to push into Archives on a solo push, E2 as well. So it seems like a lot of SLAVGENT. A lot of these pushes are coming to solo pushes and using a lot of these fights.
They're just trying to make something happen, trying to spark something here. An 0-4 game as they do even up the man count to a 3-3, taking out Pack Bull. But again, lack of droning. Not sure where to be looking as Nathan was the other direction in ventilations. But Dino is planting the diffuser right now at the minute 30 in a 2v3, and his teammate is nowhere nearby. He's actually going to be able to plant in the ventilation site.
Wow.
So, it's the most unlikely plant of all time as that's probably a spectator glitch. Again, we're in NA and they're in EU. There's likely some glitches.
So it's a 2v3
situation.
postal situation. Junkas is going to go up first to try and push in. Nobody's really near the defuse mode, but they're definitely hearing it. Junkas goes out, he looks for one as there's an SPT to get on the Madman. He jumps out of the balcony, and now it's down to just Dino in a 1v2 to try and deny the plant. A grenade comes through. Is there an ADS to stop it though? There is not, as Junkas goes down, and now down to just Nathan. He's running out from the side. He doesn't make the shots though. SMG11 works in the favor of Nathan rather than Dino, and Dino gets the defuse off. The counter defuse would go in his favor, and my god, MnM 5 in a row.
No, because there's no time.
I lied. Never mind. Not enough time. SLAVGENT, you take the first win on attack. I almost called it too.
Is that the most unlikely attack win you're ever going to see? What I've seen. He literally planted by his absolute self. His teammate was in Zimbabwe. And
everyone is in Zimbabwe. The entire enemy team was in Zimbabwe too.
Yeah. The MnM, like, maybe that's it. If you just find a way to sneak in past the roam, because it's just the roam game for MnM that's strong. They don't expose themselves, and they don't, I would say their roam game's been among the best that I've seen, like since I've started casting at least. But their site game is weak because of how much they put into their roam, and like the sledge planting there showed that to be true. But Dino picking the Blackbeard now.
Surprising.
Dino wants the extra hit points. He's dealing with MnM right now. But yeah, I can't tell what site this is because we're on the roof. Oh yeah, it's ventilations again. MnM probably thinking, well, what the heck, guys? That was a guy plant by himself. And they probably thought they had that round. So they're going to go back to this site. Similar setup to before. A lot of vertical play, I imagine, with shotguns. It's going to come out. And we may even see the 5-man top floor hold as well.
Yeah, so let's just see what they do here. See how different they play this out. It's actually the first win for SLAVGENT. That's actually very surprising. They probably want to get one more at least to make it, 4-2 rather than 6-0 or 5-1 in the favor of MnM. Probably best start to it at least. But at the same point, it's like, what do you do here exactly? Again, this roam was the big thing. They kind of just it was by chance the fact they're able to distract MnM long enough for that plant. Can they do it again? Or should...
Totally by chance.
Yeah, so should they do it again, or should they try to go headbutt with roamers, or should they try to do that same plan, but maybe with 5 people rather than just 1, 2?
Maybe that's why I bought the Blackbeard, so they can just run. He can run in with the Deagle and just rush site and then be able to hold down the angle. But then again, it's like this site's hard. The way that MnM's holding it, it's almost impossible to straight rush in, and it ended up working that last round because I don't know, MnM was sleeping, being at 4-0. But yeah, they're not rushing or anything. They're going to take it slow. They're going to clear from the east stairs. and Armory. Same split push. This Armory East stairs push. It hasn't really worked out, but they're going to keep trying it. And
it's a bit different though. They brought the Nomad as well though, so they're looking to probably deny some rotations. But I don't think really the big thing here is just straight up gunfights seem to be an issue for this team again. MnM, dude, they've shown it against G2. They're showing here against SLAVGENT how well of a team they are when it comes to gunplay.
Gunplay and positioning, and I guess that's why Dino said, you know what, screw it, I'm playing the beard. And again, MnM's not exposing themselves to anything. They're just kind of chilling, laying down, hiding in corners, waiting for SLAVGENT to do something, daring them to do something. And that's literally what's happening right now. They're not peeking. Nobody's swinging. Nobody's doing anything. They're just waiting. As the Ash is going to be the one to make the first move here. On Yonka here, who's sitting in the corner. Gets taken out by the Ash. And the other player is pinned on that radio area as well. But C4 comes flying as Nathan, as they say in England, Yeetus. Yeetus is the Ash off the...
They say Yeetus, really? He does Yeetus. Yeah, Ash goes out the window. SBT goes.
Deletus.
Nathan's kind of by himself on an island a little bit here. He does have the help maybe of Dats and Fountain, but he's kind of in an island here as he has Zenarya and Dino pushing through. Flashes come through from IQ to deny him. And no, but IQ goes down as well to Dats though. Again, the crossfire is there as Packball gets one on this SZ7 coming through Archives. This is one after another. All these crossfires are working so well for the team. Zenarya does get one back though. He takes a Packball, so it's now a 2v3 though. It's still in the favor of MnM though. I just say the surprising thing is how many crossfires there are and how what MnM does as a team here on positioning and team play.
Yeah, that literally saved them. The crossfire there from Fountain saved the Mutant. He's actually able to get away ultimately. And the other players trying to push the Archives weren't able to do anything either, but Dino gets a frag on Nathan, and it's a 1v2 with 15 seconds. We've seen this story before. They've got to find a lot of frags and not so much time. And MnM goes 5-1 in their defense half, showing mastery of basic stuff, really. Crossfires, vertical play. They do it, simple things, and they do them very well. Not peeking when you don't have to peek. Just a whole lot of really disciplined gameplay from MnM. As we will now watch them attack. See if that translates to attack, though.
Yeah, so in a half, though, you're at 5-1. You were down 4 rounds here for SLAVGENT. Lots a lot.
Yeah, this is rough, but I'm sure these teams are all in the right frame of mind to potentially spark a comeback. You get defense, and you get a chance to just kind of do what MnM did, really. Force them to play their hand instead of having to, you know, push in and make things happen yourself, which is what you have to do as an attacker. You don't have to really do that on defense. Not necessarily. So they're just going to, and there's a similar strat, actually. They're going to open this armory wall so they can cover that west balcony. And I believe this is going to, it's going to be a CCTV hold, but it could be just a very unique armory hold, actually, as they are reinforcing back Fountain, which typically actually is the opposite of a CCTV hold. So
yeah, they're not making rotations, so it almost seems like they're going to deny 90, just ignore 90, ignore CCTV, not really care they take it. They are making that wall soft though, so they're going to try and peek out anybody pushing that, you know, that walkway towards the west armory balcony. But at the same point, it's almost like we've seen MnM on defense. They flow like water. They take things, they make crossfires, they make traps, they wait for the enemy, and they play very well, a very good flow. But on attack though, are they going to still have that same strategy, or are they going to be like fire and start pushing in like madmen?
Yeah, like madmen. You're
like
funny. You're big funny. But yeah, I'm very curious about.
It's just...
Okay, as Yonka gets sniped by Dino on these stairs, playing aggressively, which you have to do when you're down 5-1. And that armory wall as well is wide open. So I imagine that our SLAVGENT is going to be playing rather aggressively off these shields and this wide open armory wall. I'm wondering how MnM is going to deal with that.
Yeah, SPT looking for aggressive already. He's like downstairs, same place as Nathan was though. So I'm assuming that, you know, MnM's probably aware of, you know, someone being below. This person doesn't see for those, so they can't stop plant, but they still can go for kills. And finally, players who are unaware outside. He just takes some shots at west entrance, but nobody's there. From Nathan's around the corner. He might have heard it. Dats will be the first to jump on the west balcony armory, but he's kind of looks like he's waiting for some kind of call before it peeks in, because that's all soft.
I mean, yeah, this is a tough gunfight. You'd think, oh, this wall is open, freebies, but he's probably going to opt to repel and give himself a better chance at winning that fight. It's the buck hole. Buck just made that, but opting not to use it. MnM finally taking control of CCTV a minute and in, finds the Valk cam, and yeah, as I said, Zophia's going to be on that deep rappel, trying to get a better angle, trying to take a better fight on this Maestro. I believe there are 3 players basically ready to take a fight. SLAVGENT there. And it looks like the smoke is trying to pick a fight in short haul. Interestingly enough, again, you got to play aggressive when you're down 5-1. I don't know if you're smoked with 30 canisters in that, but he does.
Dude, the only 1 kill here for MnM. He takes out SBTs, and Nair goes down. This is smoke going down as well. I think that's Nathan on the rappel at Sandwich, which is really good there. Packball gets planted a diffuser on the entrance of West Army. There's another kill for MnM onto SZ7, and this is kind of issue with West Army. Once you lose control of this full side, it's very difficult to take back.
Yeah, that Nomad on that Sandwich rappel is extremely strong. Not going to be able to run out on her or do anything to her. And MnM absolutely locks out that round. The whole armory wall shotgunning did not phase them one bit. Even this little hole that they could use, they still just ran right past it and ended up planting. Nothing going right for SLAVGENT at the moment, despite the 1 round that they took. You know, the Miracle Sledge plant.
Yeah.
Things are not looking up, but they have to go. They're going to go to customs actually and try to throw off MnM, which is smart. Another smart thing you can do when you're down a lot. Change the site, change your play style, do something. And that's what they're doing. They're doing something.
Yeah. The 6-1, we got smash point here for MnM. We're going to customs inspections here for SLAVGENT. See what they can do different here. What they can bring along. You see a postal on the board, but it's going to get 6 picked off onto a Valkyrie.
A Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nathan having a heck of a game. A good old Bean.
Man's having a time right now.
He's farming.
Oh, they switched to customs actually.
I said that.
I thought you said I thought for some reason I thought they were going custom. Like, oh well, I just.
Is it too early for you or something?
I don't know.
Good gosh. Yeah.
Early.
Yeah, it's MnM. I can't imagine they're gonna be. To be honest with you, I can't imagine they're gonna be too thrown off by.
So we didn't see this site. We only saw bathroom tellers.
Yeah, their third site is bathroom. Typically, I mean, unless. Well, no, I'm pretty sure. Oh, never mind. They went back to armory. I was about to say.
Yeah,
they won all their.
Because they lost that round on ventilation twice.
Yeah. So. Yeah, this is our first time seeing customs, and I imagine MnM is prepared, knows how to attack this thing. Given what they've shown so far, at least. I could be horribly wrong. Which I hope I'm not. But yeah.
We'll see.
They're going to be... Packball is... look at him. Upside down like a monkey on a rappel.
There's actually not a lot of utility and reinforcements here upstairs, so IQ's got like not a lot he can work with here when he goes to defend CC. Just because all the hatches are over too.
Yeah, he's just kind of by himself, actually. Literally by himself. And MnM looks like they want this like a bunch of rabid bulls. D7 they're looking to take a fight on someone on that balcony, but I can tell no one's actually there. They're all on the east side of the balcony.
Ooh, but Madman gets his face taken off.
Madman gets sniped in another as they both try to push in through bottom metal, interestingly enough. MnM, seems I was wrong. Taking it a little differently than most teams, not even bothering CCTV, just going to push through the metal hallway downstairs and directly in the side. Didn't work out. Dino takes out another.
Packball actually did damage to IQ there in the hall as well too. So now it's on the Yunka and Packball. IQ's low HP due to that wall bang, but still it's kind of up in the air as MnM now have to come back from a 2-man deficit.
Yeah, got to come back, and this is one of the most awkward sites to do it. But he takes out Dino, who was in workshop, maybe in through the wall.
I think he's behind the desk actually before workshop.
Either which way, it's gonna be a 3v2. I don't.
Yep.
I can't.
Time is though. They still have a lot of time to work with as well too. They have a minute 10.
Minute 10. A lot of time for an attacker to work. A bunch of defenders holding angles. And Packball is planting, but his teammate's down, and it's a 1v3. He's planting in that supply room site, but SLAVGENT is unaware of it, and he takes out one. This could be winnable for Packball. He's got 2 players. And they aren't exactly sure where he is, as they clearly weren't aware that he was even planning at all. He's gonna
the air jab!
Find the feet of another, and he gets air jabbed, and it's a one-on-one with the most low HP player that SLAVGENT has.
C4 throwing is gonna give away his position. He goes the other way. It's a read. Packball reads him perfectly. Gets the kill onto IQ. And man, MnM bring it back somehow that round, and they win it 7-1. GG's. What a round. What a game.
Yeah, absolutely murderous game from MnM. Other than the one round that they snuck SLAVGENT was able to sneak a plant. It was just all MnM all the way. 7-1. Packball with the 1v3 at the end there to cap it off. And MnM will remain undefeated. I think that will be SLAVGENT's, I want to say, their second loss. But yeah, I'm not sure when the next round starts because this is EU time, and I'm not.
30 minutes.
30 minutes. We will return with hopefully a less lopsided matchup.
Hopefully. See you guys a little bit.